let me welcome you to Pop Your Shit. Welcome, son. So I
Glad to
got
be here.
questions. I cannot do
I
that
got
shit to
answers.
save my life. I cannot do that shit again because I can't do that. My fingers don't go that way.
It took a very long time for me to learn how to do that. It is okay.
Yes, baby, I'm under your son. I can't do
My
that to
bad.
save my life.
It's not.
But I can do this. I
My
can do
kids.
this.
I was gonna say my kids taught me, so they.
Listen, my kids don't give a damn. Listen, I'm still trying to figure out some shit from 5 years ago. Mm-mm. They too
Mine are
grown
still
for me.
kind of young, so they feel like they can out teach me. They if they can out teach me, they gonna do it. So they got something to brag on.
Mine don't care. Mine be like, girl, what is you trying to do? That's what my daughter told me. She was like, girl, what is you doing? I was like, well, so I'll be asking my granddaughter. She'd be like, Nana, that's not something you should know. Wait a minute, hold on. I should know everything you know. Little girl. Mm-mm. No, ma'am.
Yes.
You're not gonna know something I don't know. You gonna tell me, little girl. So, well, welcome, beautiful. Are you ready?
Yes.
Cause I got questions. Let's talk about his. Let's talk about it. We gonna only talk about book one because I ain't got to book two yet. Cause guess what I got next week? I have time, and I'm about to get into it because I need to know what happened. Because first of all, I'm nosy as fuck. I'm nosy as hell. So when people say I DNF that book, if I DNF a book, it had to be real bad because I'm nosy, and I need to know what happened to Storm. And is it Ohaji? I need to
Yes.
know what happened because some shit that happened. I need to
Yes.
know what happened because some shit that happened. I know in my mind it's gonna be some bullshit. Don't laugh at me because I want
As
to
long
know.
as you know.
So
As long as you know.
let's talk about Jasper is going on to glory eventually. Jasper was a fuck boy who got the neighborhood.
Yes.
This is spoilers. If y'all haven't read it, I'm not going to spoil 2 and 3 because I ain't read it yet. But I got questions. So Jasper is effing the neighborhood hoe.
Yes.
Got caught, and he thought he was gonna be able to come back, but he worked for Ohaji. And at what point did he think he had a chance?
He ain't know who that was. When you don't know certain things from certain people's past, and then it finally clicks, delusion. She
But the
never really
delusion
told
is to
Jasper
tell
about
you
Ohashi.
this
She don't
man is
mention
your
him.
boss, though. But he was delusional because he really thought he had a chance. You got caught, Negro. Jasper, he just and then you tried to get this man unalive. What is wrong with you? Listen, I'm all for delusion.
Delusion.
I'm all for delusion, but some people they pass delusion. They stupid, and I know these are fictional characters, but he wasn't delusional. He was stupid.
Everybody got that one. He was that one. He was that one.
So then we got Storm Daddy. Oh, so you done made this little
Leon.
boy go away for 8 years of her life. He back. He grown now. He big grown. He handling business. You got
Yes.
Leah who acting a whole donkey because he don't want this. But why don't he want him I understand the son, but it's got to be
Be-
something more. Is it something
because
more?
he sees a version of him. He sees him and he sees a version of him. He sees him in him because he was from the streets too. So it's a little hypocritical. It's I see you, I see me and you, but you doing better than what I was doing. So I got a problem with that. You young, making it for yourself happen at this age. It took Leon a little minute to get where he was at before their son died. And then after Storm did what she did, he had to get our life up. So if I got to give it up, what makes you think I'm going to let my child stay in it?
Okay.
It was selfish. It was selfish. It was very selfish because he also, it is rubbing her back and telling her it's okay. Like, he ain't start the fire.
That he delusional too. You
He
met
what it
his
is he
wife,
didn't think
son.
they'd ever run into each other.
But do he know his daughter is a stone cold unaliver?
And he do, and that was also a problem because she was writing for him how her mother wrote. He didn't like it. He did not. They were the same age when they started. Same with, she chose him over her family, and he was not trying to relive that cycle,
But he could be
and
involved
still end up reliving it.
if he would just how you say acquiesce? I can't say that word. I know what it means, but I can't say it. I could write it. I okay. We got Leon and is how you say her name? Cayenne or Cien? The
Cayenne.
mama, Cayenne. And then she was like, "Look, you about to be a wifeless and daughterless if you don't get your shit together." And his
Don't get your
pride. Is
don't get
that
your
real
hopes up too
pride?
much when it comes to her. Don't get your
Is he
hopes up
gonna
too
walk
much
her
when it
down
comes
the
to her.
aisle? But is he gonna walk her down the aisle? That's the
No.
part of mine's going.
Nope. Nope.
So a war gonna start between them two.
But
Kinda.
and not even so much a war. Like I said,
It's a war.
don't get your hopes too up.
It's a war. You ain't got to tell me.
Just
I'm not saying it might
just
not be
know.
right. It might not
Nah,
be in your face.
I mean, they definitely come to blows. They definitely come to blows over it.
But they did already fought. They gonna fight again? Is he gonna get unalive? Don't be over there, Stormy.
I mean, not the way Stormy would have wanted, but that don't happen till book 3. I know it's a lot of chaos in book 3, so you're gonna have to it's because in book 3, like when I say they almost come to blows again, almost like it gets real
So
ugly.
so Ohaji and Egypt are twins.
Yes,
And Egypt is Storm's first best friend.
yes. She met him before she met Ohaji because he wasn't in the mix. He was always outside. He wasn't too much. He the mean twin. Between the both of them, he's the meaner twin.
So is book 2 gonna tell more of his story? Because I need to know the girl that got away. Is she coming back? Is he going after her? Is what's old girl's name? Sin? Is she gonna mess that up? What is that a story? Am I on to something?
Egypt does get his own person, but it's not going to be Sin. It is.
But she in the middle of the mess.
Somewhat, yes. She definitely. Just know she is. She definitely. She do some things that get her play. That sends her to glory in book 3. She do some things. Yes, that gets her. And Egypt is the one to take her out.
Is
So
Storm
yeah,
gonna be
she.
upset? Because this is the
No.
thing. This is the
Like I
thing.
said, she do. Just wait till you get to book 2 because she do some things. She do some things that makes you. She ain't get beat up per se, but she definitely got popped in her mouth.
But this is the
So
thing, though, with friends. Um, and I've experienced this. Um, you got to watch your friends. You do. And you know when your friends appear to be shady with everybody else, they gonna be shady with your ass too. If they not genuine,
it shows.
mm,
It
cause
it shows.
she not a real friend to me.
Oh, and she
That
proves that.
attitude.
She really she proves that. It
Is she gonna
definitely
try to sleep with
she
Ohaji?
no.
Bye
She's
bye,
still too
girl.
hung up.
Listen. Bye bye. I'm going. She gonna sleep with Ohaji. She gonna cheat Ryan. Oh,
Because once you get in,
she gonna.
because at this, so look, at the end of book one, there is a if she's pregnant, if she's not pregnant, that is sitting there hanging in the balance. So in book two, she Sin definitely does some shady, outlandish shit that gets her cut off completely. And she goes even deeper to being shady in book three. Like I said, he finds his person. So at the end of book two, book one, there's Juno. Spoiler, him and Juno end up together. But they end up together off the strength of her writing for his best friend. She steps up where Sin falls short.
Oh, the girl that came to the wedding. That was coming
That
to
is
the when
interesting.
they met up at the
Mm-hmm.
her. What? Oh yeah, it's getting ready to go down. She said, "I ain't scared." That's not his girl. That's why she over there stomping in the yard. All she had to do was play her position. You could have your best friend. But question: is somebody liking somebody a little too much? Like saying like Storm a little too much?
No, she more so just a hate. Like she a
She
real
was
hater.
okay.
She's
Okay.
she a real
I was
hater.
like, we got a
Absolutely.
little
First,
twist to that friendship.
like she's one of those over jealous friends who you're only supposed to be my friend. You're not supposed to be nobody else's friend. What do you have going on with yourself? So like I said, she does something in book three that gets her taking the glory.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. So let's talk about um will it come out why Ace and Leon are not friends anymore? Besides the son.
No, it's strictly over
I'm
the
sorry, go
sun.
ahead.
It's also over the sun and Storm. It has something to do with both of them.
Okay. Let me I'm putting on do not disturb because I see people calling early. All right, so I'm on to book two. I've got it downloaded. I'm ready to go. Cause come Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, all this part twos and threes that I didn't get to is coming. Baby, I'm on it. Listen, on it. So I'm excited. So I have a question. Before I get to that question, let's talk about your new release. Talk about it. So the name of it
Ooh,
is
love held me still. That was a real late night, early morning writing book. Ooh, it.
so what's the
I don't do.
premise that which you can tell us?
I can't like it. I ain't gonna, it wasn't even my idea. I'm gonna be honest with you. This was Stormy's idea. She wanted me to step out of my normal and give the best of my ability romance without bodies dropping.
Did you accomplish?
And I did. I did. Granted, it
Was
took a
it
lot
hard to
out of
write?
me. It was because I had to actually channel the softer side of me and let that lead. Because if I let the hard body lead, that book would have ended with everybody almost miserable at the end. So, but I like I said, I had to step out of my normal, which is all the roughness. She is able to still be her and do all the things she wants to do while being loved without it holding bars around her. She was on, hey, look, this is what it is. You either stay, you gonna go. We ain't no choosing over here. Like both of y'all, we gonna figure it out. And as somebody who lives that lifestyle for real, it wasn't that hard to channel that part. It's just too many point of views, too many point of views to write to include them as a whole.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Are you proud of yourself for this piece of work because you stepped out your box?
I am. I absolutely am. It has made it easier for me to write more. I will say that because I have one currently finished. I have a whole nother romance currently finished. And it's also it's a multiverse because it includes Storm and Ohaji.
Oh, okay.
They're related, so they're related. Ohaji is his cousin. They are first cousins.
Oh,
So
okay.
they are. It made it easier because his they dropping bodies. This one they're not dropping bodies. You have the roughneck and the roughneck who loves without doing the utmost. You
Okay.
know, he ain't. So I'm trying to, more. I want to step out in general. Like I want to try almost every genre. Almost. Now I'm not gonna sit here and be like I'm gonna do them all because I don't want to lie to myself. That's too far fetched for me. But I want to at least try at least one and see if I could do it. If I could push my limits and it worked, then it worked. If I don't, I could say, hey, I tried. Because, like I said, I wasn't too sure about romance. That's a lot of lovey dovey at once for me, and I just can't. That's because I'm not one of them people in real life, and I think that's what it is. I am not a. I don't be up under me. Go sit in your corner. I'll go sit in mine. Like I'm.
So what part of you did you channel that behavior? Because you had to have channeled it from somewhere. What part of you was like,
So there is a part of me like that does exist, and I will say that is thanks to my son's father. Like that he definitely brought that softer version of me out because I was a hard body. I know that version exists because he helped me realize that version exists. So writing that, I channeled into that version. Or he'd be sitting next to me and I'd be like, all right, you know, hey, what should I do? This is not it. And he's very encouraging. I know you got it in you. And I'm just like, I do. It's just to sit in this version of me for so long was difficult because no,
I
especially for books.
I
Because
love
then I'm
that you
sitting
were
in and search.
challenged though.
Like
Because I heard it's
it
really
did.
good.
It is like I said. I definitely I tackled the dynamic where she's the only one blamed per se because men don't ever really have to take the fault for things when things go left. They usually, well, what did you do? So she's being ridiculed, all of that because she chose to love two men and two men decided to love her back.
So that's a white
The
shoe.
only people who are not, yes, it is white shoes. It is white shoes. So she has to survive crazy exes, crazy mamas, but her parents and her brothers, they hard down, ride or die, this whatever life you choose, we here for it. We just want you happy. We not, even her friends, there's no oppie friend in the book. They are ride or die friends. So I when I say I had to channel because usually there's some kind of messed up friend in the group, a messed up cousin, a messed up something. Somebody isn't a no. The only ops was they parents, they exes, and the lead. That is it.
Wow, I love it. Because I'm gonna read it. I got time now. I got at least I
I
got
will say
listen. I
because
got 2 months to read.
Like I did. I channeled, and then I waited till the end to really make the sappy stuff where you cry because there's a letter in there from her to her boys. So yes, it is definitely. I was sitting up there and boo tears, and I'm like, oh, all right, this is where I'm going with it. This is how I'm going to end it. All right, we got
So,
that.
are you one of those authors that feel everything that you're writing? So, if it's something funny, you over there cracking up, or you just be like, "Oh, that's gonna get them."
Yes,
Oh, I
absolutely.
love
Because I'm
it.
also I'm a dreamer and I visualize. So a lot of my books come to me while I'm asleep. Or if I'm sitting up, I could visualize what's happening, the conversation going on, all of that. So it makes it easier for me. Now, if I don't think it's funny, I'm gonna take it out. I don't like that. It gotta go. It makes me laugh. Sound a little corny. Now, if I'm in here, crack it up. Absolutely. It gets to the point where my kids will come sit over my shoulder trying to see what I'm writing, and I'm like, you can't read this, right? I'm gonna need you to move. Like, they be nosy. Even their dad, he'll come in, he'll peek, and I'll be like, no, yeah, move.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's talk about your pen name. It's very unique. Why did you put it that way?
Uh, I, I can't even tell you. I just threw it together. I say that. I did. I really did. I'm not gonna say here. I really didn't put no thought into it at all.
Okay.
I just shortened my name and just let it be that. Like on here, it says Sun. But when you type it in, Sunshine's Urban Novels, that's because originally it was Santana. I was a Wattpad girly. So I started off over there. And then I was like, I need it to match me somewhat. Granted, my name is Sunshine. I am very much rainy and thunderstorm. I do not. My name is the opposite of me. So when people see my name, they be like, "Oh, bubbly." No, no, no. Come sit in and talk to me for a little bit. You'll realize I'm
So
not that
you
bubbly.
you the
I'm
chaos.
actually yes, absolutely. I am the chaos, and I'm like that with almost anybody. I am the most chaotic one out the group, and it's not to do it on purpose. It's just
It's your
I know that if
personality.
you're not gonna say something, I will. Like I am that friend. Don't we can't go out because the moment you even look like something is bothering you, who did it? Where we going? How this
But you
gonna
can't. You
go?
got brand to protect now.
I know now. See, that is a now thing. I am learning. I am learning because there's been a few times where I wanted to say F it and just throw caution to the wind and crash out.
You can't crash
And
out no more.
I'm
Not
forever here to
not
say,
not to
don't
the
do that.
point of your crash out. Your crash out has to be behind the scenes. You know what I mean? You
And that's
can't
usually how
you
it
can't
happens
create the
now.
drama
I can't get on
online.
here and show my ass.
No,
Yes,
you can't.
absolutely.
You cannot. You
Like
have a
it's
brand
been
to protect.
times. Yeah, she in the comments. She like, you can't do that, right? Like, no, no. And
And
I'm
your
like,
book,
I
you
know,
got
but
listen, you got books to put out. You got people to buy these books.
exactly. And I don't want to ruin that. Like, I don't get me wrong. I have another page outside of it, and I still don't crash out on that page because it still can be linked back to this page. So if I'm
Exactly.
crashing out, I'm crashing out on the phone. Like I am. I'm talking to some of my friends, and I am deeply into crash out mode because I done had a few people be like, "No, you can't get on the internet and do that." No, I know
Mm-mm.
you want to say something, let it go. Let it
You know
go.
how
Like,
you see how I be not
oh,
checking things. I'll be like, let me remind you, you have a brand. You got things you are trying to do. I don't care who it is. From and you know, Storm is about as chaotic as you go get. On down. Listen, ma'am. Let's let's be reasonable about this. How can we resolve this issue without it affecting your brand? You know what I'm saying? And I
yeah.
mean, you grown, you do what you want to do, but also keep in mind, you're creating a legacy for you and your kids, and you don't want it to be short lived. And this is not just for you. This is for all authors who we want to just say stuff. You know, we've seen it online where people crash
Yes.
out. and you just keep
Hard.
going and going, you digging
They crash
yourself
out
a
hard.
hole. You cannot do that. So what you do in your personal life will bleed over into your brand. So you have to be very careful how you proceed with stuff. Now stuff can be done. You just can't let it link back to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not encouraging it, but I'm just saying it can be done. But
Yeah.
you have a gift, baby girl. You got a gift.
And I can't ruin that by crashing
Exactly.
out how
You
I
cannot.
normally crash out.
Even if you be like, hey, I need to vent. You want me to respond or you want me to listen? Call me anytime. Just say, hey, I need your phone number. I need to vent. Oh, okay. Is this a listen vent or is this a you want me to agree with you? We gonna ride out at dawn, but we really not riding out at dawn. I'm good at that. Because I don't want you,
You
you know
gotta,
what
you
I'm
gotta talk them
saying?
off the
And it
ledge a little
stays
bit.
here. I just, I, you know, I, this is the one thing about us. We could be diabolical when we want to. And because we have eyes now, we have to now teach the little ones, baby authors, some older authors, how to conduct ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, they already say we angry, aggressive, we stupid, we don't know no better, we all the things, um, you know, that they want us to be. I'm talking about the main people, but we
Yeah.
also smart, educated, we're creative, we are trendsetters, we are all the things that they want to be. So don't let them
Yeah.
and hating ass people destroy what you are building. And that's my TED talk for today.
I'm learning to crash out
Let's have
in
a
my.
wonderful day.
I'm learning to crash out in my book. So depending on how bad I am
Exactly.
upset, it will end up
Put that
in
shit
my
in your
book, and
book.
the crash out will be hard.
One thing I
I
learned.
just so I have a so I yeah that I the last one I finished. I when I say I crashed out real bad is Stormy calls them the Smurder couple because that's how bad I crashed out inside that book.
But that's the
Like
thing.
I just was like
That's where you
I gotta
allow.
release
But
somewhere.
that's the thing. That's where you're allowed to do whatever it is you want because guess what? It's creative. It's a book. That's where you put all your anger. What A. Lewis used to tell me, she goes, "Girl, I was angry typing. This angry typing, girl. You better angry type. Even if you got to create a fictional character of the person that is getting on your nerves, put them in that book. Unalive them.
I've done that.
So,
I've done that a few times.
every
I've done it a few
who.
times.
So, what made you want to be a storyteller?
So it started when I was younger. I started off with poetry. That's where I originally started off at. And then I was like, I'm not too much liking it. And then I went into fanfic. That was around the time that I think B5 came out, and I was so interested that all right, and it just went from there. I used to have a notebook. I'd walk around school with my notebook, and I'd pass it around, and then they'd give it back, and they'd be like, okay, so what are we doing next? I need to figure out what's happening. Like, you can't just give me half of something and not finish it. And then even when I moved, because I'm from California, I moved from California to Texas, and I was still doing it for a little bit, still doing the same thing. So it's like I visualize things perfectly fine, but I'm also saying I learned that from being a reader. It can be pitch black inside my house, and I got a little flashlight with my reading the book, and I'm seeing it, and I'm like, okay, if I can do it like this, I should be able to do this as a writer. I should at
Right.
least be able to tap in to some version that makes sense the way it makes sense in my head. If I could put it on paper, we in the dough.
Right. What part of California are you from?
It helped that So I'm from Southern California, but I'm from San Bernardino.
Okay, gotcha.
Um, love my city down. I just don't like saying it out loud. we don't we don't have the best reputation. So some people hear it and they scrunching their face up. I'm like, they ain't got nothing to do with me. I am an innocent bystander. Okay, don't boot
Exactly.
me
But you
from
know what? I
people.
love LA. 'Cause, you know, I'm up north. I'm Oakland.
My
So
sister's from Richmond, so I definitely we're two peas in
you
a
know
pot. She's
Richmond.
from up north. I'm from down south. So
I'm just
she,
saying.
yeah, we got to experience where we were from. I'd rather go where she was at than her come where I was at.
I
Yes,
don't
baby.
know. I don't know. Richmond is off the chain. It is off the
It
chain.
is.
All right. From your first book to your now, are we 9 books in or 11 books in? How many titles do you have?
Um,
I think I have. How many did I count?
4, 5.
9.
Yes, 9.
So, what
I
have
have
you learned
9.
about yourself as an
No,
author?
no, take it back. 10. I have 10 because I've just released one that's supposed to come out in October. Like I said, I'm trying every genre. That was paranormal. That one. So I'm. That was
So you got
technically
10 titles.
technically 10.
Okay.
Yes.
What have you learned about yourself as an author?
Ooh, I have to learn patience because I'll write and then my instead of shutting my brain off, I'll let it just keep going. So then I'll just be up, and I have to tell myself, "Hey, slow down. You need to you at least give yourself a semi break because if I do not, I will be in here. You can ask Stormy. I'll be asleep for days. Like I'll wake up for a little bit, then go right back to sleep. So I learned as an author, I have to take breaks, pace myself because I will burn out. I will burn out.
Okay.
Also, it's also okay to be a little bit vulnerable and emotional when writing. Everything does not have to be hard. Like it can balance itself. So, Luca, are you gonna come out the bathroom, sir? All right. All right. I'm not gonna fight
Uh,
with you today, Jesus.
who inspired you to write? Who was your inspiration?
I can't even say no. I just picked it up one day. It was something I picked up as a form of thinking I could do. Hey. Bye. Because you are not his mama.
You got a parent.
And it's not so I babysit. So these are my oldest baby siblings, and that the one you see walking past this way is my baby. That's my baby. The, the little child I'm talking to, she thinks she his mama. So I gotta remind her she's not his mama. It's something that I just picked up. It was nobody who really inspired me. I just say that it was something I just picked up and was like, I wonder if I could do it. Now I will say that my mom and my dad encouraged me to finish it because at some point I didn't know my mom was reading the stuff that I was writing on her computer. That's that. And wake your daddy up. Because that's crazy work. Bye, Luca. Thank you. So I had no clue until my sister said something. She's like, she's reading the stuff on the computer, right? And I'm like, no, she's not saying nothing to me. So how am I supposed to know? Unless you tell me, hey, or I talk to somebody who knows my mom and be like, oh, she raves about you all the time, and the books you write on the computer. What are you talking about? I'm so confused on what y'all are telling me. Y'all sure this is the same woman? Help me understand a little bit. Now for my dad, I don't think he ever wrote read any of the stuff I wrote. I say that much, and it's probably good that he didn't. I will say that much. Even though he was his own person, my daddy was a preacher, but he wasn't a normal preacher. We went to church on Sunday, and he was bumping my neck and my back one day. So he didn't fit the normal preacher dynamic at all. So it was like, you know about the stuff, all right? You've never read it, but you know it's good because he also knows I was a reader. I used to read the Bible for fun because books was too expensive back then. We just ain't gonna go spend $30-$40 on 2 books. They weren't going for it. So you get one book and that's it, and that one book would have to last me. And I didn't like the books in the library, so I'm gonna wait. I was reading books that I probably had no business reading at my age.
I think that's everybody's story.
I don't know who. I think my aunt gave it to me. It was The Nervous by Zane. I was in 8th grade reading that book. Yes, I was in 8th grade reading that book, and I was passing the book around like it was just normal. I realize now I had no business reading that book. That's why I'm like, as a parent, I screamed that, no, you can't read that book. No, find another book to pick up. You can't have that. No.
But see, you guys were young. I was a young adult. So when I came into those type of books, I was already grown. I was probably, I was 16, 17, 18 reading Omar Tyree, Eric Jerome Dickey. That's when I came into it.
I didn't get into them McMillan. No. Because I started, that's how I got into True to the Game by Terry Woods. I'm looking at my mom like, you're not even going to see what the book is about. You just going to let me pick it up? All right. And I was rocking with it. It was a lot of books. Like I said, a lot of books. But as a parent, I don't. And what books you want? No, you can't have that. That's not appropriate. Find something else. We screening the books.
I was like, do you read your kids that way? Just let them read.
And my thing is, they like to read. It's just we gotta screen them. They want a series. We finna buy the series all at once. I'm not finna buy one book at a time. There is no limit when it comes to buying books over here, because most kids don't like to read. So the fact that their moms like to do something, like, what book you want? I get it. It got to the point where they're putting books on Christmas lists. Say less, we getting the books.
Do you think they want to write too?
They do. So I have my middle child wrote the croc scene for Stormy and Love Help Me Still, and my oldest wrote a part of the Super Bowl scene. And if they want to help, I'm gonna let them help. I'm gonna let them, certain things. Yes, y'all cannot do. Certain things y'all cannot say. So both of those things together, I had to tweak them, but I know that middle one.
How do they feel about being part of their mom's books?
Oh, they love it. They both of them was like, I want to write a part. I want to write a part. All right, look. I'm not gonna tell you no. Just no. And I did. I made sure, because I sent it to Stormy because it had to be approved by her too. Because granted, she the one that you. She was, oh yeah, you go ahead and tweak it. She was like, that's your child. Because they are. I want to say my oldest, she draws, so that's her thing. My second oldest, she can write. So okay, my middle child, they both tried at one point in time. They was like, we just don't know how you do it. You gotta have the patience for it. You really have to. You have to tap into a part of your brain that sometimes you don't want to tap into.
Exactly. Sometimes you gotta tap into them emotions if the book is emotional. Sometimes you gotta harden that your emotions if it's something that's gonna take you down, just so that you can get it out. Sometimes you gotta tap into that unaliver aspect of your life. Like, I just want to unalive everybody.
You gotta pull emotions from every which way, depending on where it's going. And then what makes it worse is that you can start off something where you are not trying to go that route, and then you end up crying by the end of whatever you're writing because it completely switched.
Yeah. But let me ask you a question. So his is not a romance?
It
It's
it could be,
more
it could
screenplay
technically
or romance?
more so, yes, because it more unaliving happens in book 2 and 3. Like it is, but it's reasons behind those. Like there's never no reason why they're just out here doing too much.
So so the new book, is that more contemporary or is it just romance? It's just
It's
urban romance without all the unaliving.
yes, it was supposed to be contemporary. It was supposed to be. That is, I still ain't tapped into that version yet.
One day. Don't push it. You can't push it until you're ready. It'll hit when it's time to hit. I'm here for all the foolishness and the mayhem. Whatever you give is what I'm. Listen, I'm not picky when it comes to stuff. I told Micah. I said, Micah, I want a cowboy romance. He was like, I got you. I was like, okay. But and then I had to realize, I said, why am I stifling his creativity? I just want a cowboy romance. Whatever you come up with, he came up with that foolishness. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And he gonna say it's my fault. No, I asked you for a cowboy romance, not what you did. That hit Shalom to his neck. I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for that. I asked you for a cowboy romance. But he gave it to me. He gave it to me. It just wasn't what I expected.
I was gonna say this. I wasn't really. I had free range when it came to Love Held Me Still, but I didn't. So I had to make sure it was where it needed to be. Anything else after that? Yeah, it's a lot of. Because I will say, like I said, because after I did Love Held Me Still, I wrote another romance. That won't come out until next month on the 17th. And then after I did that one, that's when I went into Smurderville through and through. I will say that one because I have two that are technically arranged marriages now, which is the first one came from Eternally Yours, and then the new one, which will be Hollow Point Promises. So I'm trying to, either you're gonna be happy, you're not gonna be happy. Sadly, I did both of those not happy.
How do you write?
Happy.
But I have a question. How do you write a long novel like you did with his, and it not be filled with fluff? Because sometimes people be trying to hit a word count, and it be too much fluff. How do you stay out of the fluff? Does that make sense?
Well, I don't pay attention to my word count. I just write. If I pay attention to my word, and that's where I messed up the first time. When I was paying attention to my word count, I felt like I needed to meet a deadline. So I just didn't want to keep throwing things in there. It has to make sense to me. And I'm not a fluffy. I'm not. I have my good days where I could be the most sweetest, loving, and want to be hugged. And then I have days where I'm like, stay your distance. So, like I said, there's a version of me that I have to channel. So, depending on what book I'm writing, you're either going to get some fluff, a little fluff, or none at all. Mm-hmm. But not enough where it takes over completely. Like you'll have your soft moments, and then we right back out the soft. We right back.
Right. I mean, I'm not saying soft moments. I'm talking about shit that don't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, like I said, it has to make.
Yeah, it gotta make sense. But sometimes, like I've read some authors, and I was like, "Girl, you could have got to this point 4 chapters ago. We didn't need some of these chapters. You could have left that out." You know what I mean? So that's what I mean by fluff. Like, it's just okay.
Unnecessary
Nice
rambling.
to know. It wasn't necessary. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, how do you? Because
I do my best to hit it on the. Yeah, it's some chapters be pointless. You be looking at it like, all right, wow, what's going on? You know, or they throw in too many side characters to make it longer, and I'm just like, I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. I need to make sense in my brain while I'm reading.
right.
So it makes, and if it doesn't, I'll scrap a whole chapter. Depending on where I'm at, I'll take the whole thing out if it's too much rambling, because again, it has to make sense. I have to be able to visibly read it, and as a reader, not read it as me being the author. I have to be able to read it as a reader and be like, all right, cool, we can work with this. If not, it gotta go.
Is it intentional to when you're doing novellas? You know, because I know with novellas and novelettes, there's a certain word count. Is it intentional? Are you watching words then when you're doing those, or no?
No, I don't, like I said, I do not watch. So depending on where I'm at, I'll look and I'll be like, and I'll look at the page count instead of the word count, and then I'll be like, oh, kind of steep in here a little bit. I didn't, because I'll set my brain for a certain amount of pages and I'll go over them certain amount of pages, because I did it with book two. Book two, I cut it short because I was like, this is a lot of pages. And then I remember being chewed out for cutting it short and added both chapters back in there, because book two is like 600 and something pages.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just, that's a lot of, that's a lot of pages. I'm cool with the fours. We going real high up into the scale now with the sixes. So like I
Mm-hmm.
said, I took it out. It took me down to like a good 4 or 5, but then I added it back and left it there, because if I could teeter between doing 250 pages, 200 to 4, I feel like in between there is good. Now if I hit 6, we testing waters.
Okay. So, are you? Is it your dream to be on bookshelves and
It is
to be
like the moment
traditional?
I started, like the moment I started writing, I was like, if I can make this my long term goal, if I could see myself, you know, going into stores and seeing my book, that'd mean everything. I at no point I took it seriously, then I stopped taking it seriously. And then I started back taking it seriously. And me taking it more serious now let me know that I can do this. No questions about it. I can do this. Because everybody has a negative Nancy. My son's grandmother was the negative Nancy for me. I remember getting a contract for a book I wrote, and she was so negative about it that I returned the contract, and then the next time I did get one, I said nothing to her. And then I wrote nothing else after that. It took me, I want to say 6 years to pick back up writing, because she had genuinely messed with my thought process about it.
She got in your head.
And then I realized, and she did. And I was just like, it's no way I should have let her be able to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So the moment I got back into it, that was a wrap. It was over with, because I had books just sitting. I just never touched them. I just left them be. Like they'd be sitting in my phone, and I'd go in and look at them, and I'd go read over them, and then I'd come right back out of them and ignore it. It took
Mm.
me getting back into the groove and just ignoring her in the back of my brain. Like I get it. If this is not something you can do, don't mean you got to be negative towards me about it. I can't help that. She's one of those. If her hand isn't in it, it can't be done properly. We're not doing that.
So, how does she feel about it now that you?
I wouldn't know she blocked.
Ooh, okay. We gonna let that be where it is.
I put no. She blocked.
How important do you feel like Black voices? Um, how important are Black voices in Black literature? I mean, in literature, how important is that for our voices to be
Very
heard?
important. Very important because we get stifled. A lot of us are thrown on the back burner because they feel like we are stuck into one place when it comes to writing. But let's
Yeah,
be honest, there are Black authors out here who should be way further than them other folks because their pen game is immaculate. It doesn't matter what genre it is. They're out here doing it. And they're not just speaking on the little things. They are making sure that they are hitting certain things on the nail that happens inside the community. Nobody wants to see that. So it's a problem. They're upset because we're able to use our voices in a book, outside of a book, no matter what it is. We still can be heard. So they exclude us from a lot of things because they don't want us to outshine them.
right.
And growing, you grow up and you hear about Black authors, but you don't ever really see them on the shelves, nothing. And I want it to be where my kids decide to walk in a bookstore and immediately they pick up the book and they be like, "Oh, mommy, look, she's Black. It's a Black woman, right?" Yeah, because we're out here, but you don't see that. You don't really get to go in and see that. It is easier to try and silence us than to just let us have our voice. Because they don't like what we gotta say. It be some real haterade going around when it comes to Black voices in literature. They feel like we should be confined to one space, and we're not.
Well, that's the narrative that society tells us, that we should be happy to exist. Not that we're smart, not that we helped build this country, that we built this country, not that we are still contributing, not that we want equity, we just want equality. We want equity, but we also want equality. But we're trying to get it out the mud just like everybody else. And because we are getting it out the mud, they don't want that for us. They want us to want, they want us to beg, they want us to be destitute, they want us to just be dependent on them for our happiness, um, to sow those wrong oats, to just be a punching bag. That's what they want for us.
They want us to shine when they want us to shine, not when we can do it
To
on
say
our
that
own.
they are the cause of us shining.
Yep. They want to take credit where the credit is not due for them. You didn't do this. We did this. You can't take what we did, and no matter how many times they've tried to rewrite history, it will always come back to us
Right.
every time.
They want us, they want our rhythm, but they don't want our blues. They want to dance like us. They want the big booties. They want the bigger
They want
lips.
all of it.
They
They
want
don't want the
darker
struggle.
skin. They want braids.
Braids that leave
They
them
want to.
bald
They
at the
want to
end.
dress like us. They want to be. Excuse my language. They want to be fucked to death. And I'm not saying all, because I'm not saying that at all. I'm talking about them pricks
Yes.
who want to oppress. That's who I'm talking about. That's who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the pricks who want to oppress. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got a Black friend. That's not comforting. How about I just got a friend
At all.
and she just happens to be Black?
That Black friend card is me.
Oh, you're pretty
Yes.
to be
That
dark
that I have a
skinned.
Black friend card is me.
Oh, you're pretty to be dark skinned. Oh, you're well spoken. So what am I supposed to be? I like how you pronounce all your syllables.
It is easier
Why
for
do
them to
you
think of
talk
us
like
as
that?
illiterate and not being.
But that's what they want. They want someone they can step up to make themselves feel better. It is what it is. I'm not talking about those that's been down for the cause, been for the cause, always for the cause, because they are the cause. You know, I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about those who is applying here, who want our rhythm but don't want our blues. That's who I'm talking about. So when we
They want
write,
us, but not our.
right, like I believe it was Tosh. She says, "Do you realize that their mafia romance is our urban romance?"
And
I was
it
like,
is.
and I never thought
And it
about it
is.
like that. Never ever thought about it like that. And I was like, you're absolutely right. But you really didn't have urban romance until you started diving into the lives of black folk. You never had mafia. I mean, yeah, they have
Yeah.
mafias, but it wasn't in no books like that. Not
It
until you
wasn't.
started writing.
Wasn't this well written? Their mafia romance didn't get well written till later on because a lot of them go in and read urban books and take from certain books to add in their books to make it sound more authentic.
To
We
them.
smell the BS amount. Yes,
Exactly.
they don't realize that a lot of us read some of their books and it'd be like, we see you tried, but you trying a little too hard. So because you can tell by certain lingo, by certain language, you can see it visible, and it's just like,
Did you steal my
who
book?
book did you read? Who book did you read to write this? Because this sounds this
And instead of doing
y'all
your
mafia
research,
don't do that like you.
but like
But
with other authors, they try and pigeonhole us as one type of character in their books. Instead of doing their research on us, they would know that we're not all the same. Even though it may seem like, oh, he's a he's in the pharmaceutical business. Um, he is he's he's a mandingo. They don't they don't worry about the little nuances, like when she go to bed she got that bonnet on. They don't worry about the little
okay,
nuances when they wash their bodies, they wash their legs. When
and they
they
feet.
and they wash their hair not every day. Or they don't worry about the little nuances of um we got two washcloths. We don't use washcloths for our bodies on our face.
Nope. It is easier to just write us as they see us than to actually do
The
the
research
research
to figure
behind
out
it.
who we are as a person, the culture in which we exude, and that we share with you, because we live our culture. You know, you're saying that we don't have any culture, but actually we do. Our culture is this whole United States. Y'all want to use our words. Oh, they're woke. So what are you saying? Woke is black? No. Woke is saying I'm alive and I understand what's going on. DEI. DEI does not mean black,
You know they a
but
little
that's what you
slow,
want to
so you
equate
know.
it to. You don't understand what those words mean. So do your research, baby. Do your research. Okay, got a couple questions. With this current political climate that we find ourselves in, um, do you worry about your career as an author and being silenced with some of the things that you may write, such as smexings,
Yes,
such as the unalivings and things like that? Do you worry about that?
yes, because and it's sad that politics are thrown into book writing because before you could just write and there not be It is so many things that could get you in trouble now. You could write something and they'd be like, all right, you can't put this out. You can't do this. Because if you talk too much about certain things, it brings the wrong kind of attention to you, and now you are under fire.
Right.
And I feel like certain things shouldn't have to be silenced. I'm sorry that y'all moved the way y'all move, and I decided to pinpoint
Why
the
y'all move the way
BS.
y'all move?
Like I'm so what y'all want me to do about that? And I can't say because I did that and love helped me still. And I meant where the league has a habit of hiding the abusers, all of that. Like y'all quit to not want to shine the light on that.
Right.
But let a black place do something wrong, and we are ridiculed from here from sun up to sundown about it.
Yeah.
Y'all will
Okay.
rather protect who don't need to be protected than to protect the people who actually matter. And because we are darker than y'all, we move better than y'all, we can do things y'all can't do. It's a problem.
Mhm. Mhm. Stick to what you know. Stick to what you know. What's your proudest moment as an author?
Mm. Honestly, just putting my books out there. I will say that because I was a nervous soul. My books are my babies, and the wrong thing could be said, and I'm like, nope, never mind, I'm done for. And me having the courage to put them out there and stick to putting them out there is probably my proudest moment. Because most people will stick it out there and then they'll retreat after hearing a few negative things because the pressure is too much. It ain't doing nothing but make me want to go harder.
Right.
It's a motivation. It's a fuel. Like, okay, you may not like this. You might like something else. I'm not here to force it in your face. But don't ever just think I'm going to give up because you said something that hurt my feelings. I'll be alright. I'll survive. It'll be another day, and I probably won't be as upset the next day about it.
Right. What was it like when you got your first novel and you saw your name on the cover? When you got your first physical copy, you was like, damn, I wrote this.
Oh, have it in my. I was looking at it, and I was just like, It became real then. Actually, having it let me know. All right, this is real. You're not playing no more. You are no longer, you are an adult writing. You're not that same teenager with a notebook going around. You have an actual copy. This is what you decided to do, and you doing it. It's currently, I have a drawer. I currently have my in my drawer. Granted, I had to go back and fix it because when I realized there was no page count on it, like if you go through and you just flip, it doesn't even have tell you what page you on. It's just blank. It got the words, just you don't see if it say one, two. And I was like, all right, you was a little too excited. I need you to go fix it. But it was just like that. It made it real. Me having it made what I was doing real.
Were you proud of yourself? You was like, God damn it, I did that. Whether it was good or not, I did it.
And I was because again, it was semi out of my comfort zone because I don't know nothing about no damn arranged marriages. Okay, not nothing. It is. I'm good for researching to the best of my abilities. Now, if it takes me too far down a rabbit hole, I don't like. You know, dial it back. I don't need to go that far into it. So it did. Having it made me realize, all right, you do a little something. You can make it happen. Just don't. And every time I feel like I'm getting ready to doubt myself, something happens where it's like, all right, back to you. Hey, because everybody has them doubting moments. Something you could be doing something and just be upset about what is currently going on and be like, you know what, forget it. I was fighting with my book covers, I want to say, for days with Amazon, and I was so over it to the point where I was like, we're not going to do no paperbacks. I'm going to let it go. And if it was not for Cassie coming to help me, to make me realize, all right, there is a village here. Stop BSing. Because if it was not for her, I don't think I would have had the paperbacks for his. Y'all would have been stuck with the ebook.
Really?
Y'all would have been stuck with the ebook because I was not. I was so far over it. I was sitting at my computer so upset because I was for hours. It's like every time I turned around, it was something. And I'm like, oh my god, I am over it. I don't forget it. I don't want to do this. I don't. No.
That's crazy.
And then Cassie came, and sure enough, I was able to get it done. I told her, I said, thank you because that was a struggle.
Wow.
Like I have to remind myself it is okay to ask for help because
And
I won't.
But you got.
I will sit there. So, but I also realize that you have to ask the right people for help as well because not everybody is as helpful as they seem.
Right.
So
Facts. 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 All right. My favorite question. One of my favorite questions. Ready? Ready? Ready?
yeah.
Hey. Hey. No, I'm sorry. Had a moment. Had a moment. If you could induct 3 authors into the Author Hall of Fame, who would they be?
Ooh. Okay. So I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Aubrey J. I will say that Aubrey J is one because I fell in love with her book. And I started probably out of order. I don't even know if it is order for her, but I started with Pieces of Me, and it just threw me into a deeper dive into the rest of her. And so I'll start off with her. E. Rouser
Mm-hmm.
and Monique.
How about that? How about that list? I love that list.
They definitely. I was starting off, like I said, I started certain books that started me off, and I'm just like, oh, all right,
I
okay.
love that list. That's a fair list. Now, if you can invite 5 authors to dinner, dead or alive, who would they be?
All right, so, hmm. I cannot think of this author's name to save my life, but she wrote the Drew series with
Oh,
the brothers and the
Granger.
cousins.
Granger.
I think so. I think don't quote me on it.
It's Granger.
Okay. Um, her Jaquel, um, the Tasha Marie,
Okay.
um, because it's so my brain is they are going through the author who does Taming Kane. I can't think of her name.
What book
So
is it?
many. I think it's Taming Kane. Like she's strictly Tessa Stone. There we go. Her name was. It took a minute for her name to come to me. Tessa Stone. Um, I know heard you this book kind of threw me for a loop real bad, but Jatoria, because I read the Brasi family, and I want to pick her brain. I need to know what possessed her to write Navy the way she wrote Navy. I need some questions answered immediately.
Baby was out there, baby. Navy was out there.
Very, I was so distraught reading that I didn't even know what to do because I was like, no, wait a minute, no. Like I was in the hospital with my son's father, and I'm trying not to scream in these people's establishment because I was thrown off real
I
bad.
love it. I love that. I love that. I love that.
Like,
Can I serve the cocktails? Because you do know I'm a licensed bartender. And I do get drinks.
absolutely,
I just
absolutely.
want to hear what the conversation is because I be wanting to know because inquiring eyes always want to know. All right. What's one thing you'll always include in your books?
Ooh. the things that are shown in the black community. I'm always show a light where somebody decides to hide it. Like I hit on certain things that you really do not hear about per se. Is you hear about the mother and daughter dynamic where they dislike each other, but nobody goes into why mothers treat their daughters this way. Where I go into boys being essayed because that is nobody wants to ever seem to talk about it. They want to sweep it under the rug. I It is a lot of things that I have no problem pinpointing because there has to be a light shown somewhere.
Okay.
So
I
I
like
said,
it.
if I can include it, I will also my newest one. It shows the light on the oldest sibling being having to do everything.
Because I'm the oldest sibling.
I and granted, I am not an older sibling. I am, but I'm not. I'm technically, I'm my mom's youngest daughter, but my father's oldest daughter. So it's like I'm in the middle, but I took on the role of an older sibling for both, which makes no sense to me.
Girl,
I'm
let me tell you,
technically the
I was a
baby for
test tube
one.
baby. Always a test tube baby. They tried everything was tested out on me. If I wanted to go somewhere, I had to take the little MFers with me. Yes, I was the test tube baby.
You
Oh,
cleaning up
even
messes that
now,
you ain't created.
yeah, even now, like decisions like with my father's care, I'm heavily involved. Banking, paying bills. Now, my sister will come and pay bills and stuff, but if it's something that needs to be addressed, it's me first, then my dad. It's like, okay, how are we going to address this with him? It's never just him, especially if it's something
Yeah,
that's
no,
going to
you
rile him up. So I get
you
it.
take on the role of the parent without actually learning
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So
How do I raise an 82-year-old? He on summer vacation right now. Listen, we have sent him, like he's to send us to Arkansas. We have sent him to Arkansas. Girl, he is in Arkansas right now.
I need a break. You gotta go.
Trust
Gotta
and
go.
trust and trust. Okay. What are three things you have to have in order to write?
Creativity. I will say that because you can't just throw anything on the paper. You need some kind of creativity. Um, you got to be able to write a full sentence. Most folks will throw a sentence together and just. It's not being shady, but you have to be able to know how to write a full sentence. And not even just a sentence, a paragraph. You have to know how to write an actual paragraph because if you are just writing and there's no indentation, no nothing, folks gonna be confused. You're not gonna know where it ends, where it started, where it's supposed to nothing. You're gonna be in the midst of crazy land. And I would say the last one, you have to have an open mind. You have to be able to open up your mind and channel everything that you receive. To you could have had a traumatic
Yeah.
past. You might not want to have to go in and channel that emotion from that traumatic past. But if your character has something to do with anything, you have to go in and be able to pull. You have to be able to separate that from your just a little bit. That way, you're not taking yourself too far under, and now you upset because you wrote something that you don't like
Right.
because it hit too far close in the heart. You have to be able to write it and be like, okay, I know somebody outside of me who might have went through this or who is going through this or who's overcome it.
Right. 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 What would your readers be shocked to know about you?
So a lot of my readers don't know. So I am a mom. I wholeheartedly am a mom. I have 5 kids. I have 4 girls and 1 son. I every time I get and I blend in with my kids so much that nobody knows who the adult is. I am. not as young as I get it. Some things I'm like 25. I will be 33 in December. I am not that much of a baby. Granted, I look like a baby. I get it.
But you're
I
gonna
look,
fall kids. You grown.
I'm. It got to the point where I find I'm just now stopped being carded. Like I would walk into the store with them and I still get carded.
I get carded.
Like I
I
know
get
y'all
carded.
see.
No, I get carded. I said, y'all don't see this gray
I,
hair?
I, they don't care. They don't care because a lot of the younger kids look old enough and like where are they sticking in the water? Where are they sticking in the food? A lot of I used to be a Girl Scout. Granted, I never went past Brownie. I couldn't do it. Me and the outdoors, we friends. We not friends like that. I'm allergic to grass, so it was I couldn't. It was a lot of things I just could not do. Like, I could not do it. I'm a preacher's kid. I used to do drill team. I was in the choir. Outside of being an author, I'm an avid reader. Granted, I've been chewed out for not taking a break just to read, but I'm an anime nerd. Like hence my shirt. I actually had another shirt on, but I was told to change, so
Okay,
I
somebody's trying
couldn't
to
wear
make an
it.
appearance before they get over here and start acting a donkey. Say hi. Okay, now back to you. Sorry.
Attention. Yes, I am a thorough anime nerd. I'm definitely, and I'm not really I'm most folks can tell you if they see me, you probably see me at Walmart. You're not seeing me nowhere else. Um, I'm not an
But you know,
outside
my son is
person. I
into
believe in
anime. I'm not an anime person, but he's heavily into it. So, and my daughter, she's 40. My granddaughter,
so
everybody let me.
my oldest and my middle child definitely they are anime heads. It'd be a clash inside this house sometimes about it. So
Really?
we be in here going to blows over certain shows.
Wow. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. Describe yourself in one word.
Blunt. That is the only word I can give you. I don't know how to be anything other than saying what I need to say. I don't know how to sugarcoat. It's hard for me to say it in the nicest way without it being that coming across as being too, what is the word I'm looking for?
Forward.
Because I've been told, yes, like I should be able to say things without it coming off as, and I'm just like, I don't know
Being
why you want me to do
sarcastic.
that. So I have to I usually have to ask, do you want me do you want the real version or do you want me to lie to you? You have a choice here. Because if I give you the real version, you're not gonna like what comes out my mouth. You're not I'm not here to make you feel better about doing dumb things. I am not here. And I do my best not to be the I told you so friend too. Because if I say something and you still do it and it backfires, like I said it's going to backfire, I'm gonna tell you beforehand. I'm either I told you so, or well, what did we learn?
Right.
I,
Well, man,
I'm
are you?
I'm and granted, I'm the baby to a certain degree. Out of a majority of my friends, I'm the baby, but I'm also the most blunt out of everybody. I'm
It, it's not
the
in your face. It's
unhold.
just that you just tell your truth.
I mean, and sometimes my face is say before I'll do. Like it, I'll do my best to not even want to say nothing, and my face will scrunch up and just be like, "You just snitched on yourself, so you might as well just say it."
I be trying not to, but I be like, oh. Let me fix this.
And
And
it
if I
still
be
don't
like,
work because you still think, "Wow,
Well,
Obviously.
okay, two more questions. Blank is life.
Mm. Happiness is life because you need happiness to thrive. Without that, your life's gonna be miserable. You have to find some kind of joy somewhere in the midst of all the chaos.
My pen is.
My outlet.
I like that. I like that. I do. I like that. I like that. I might use that. I might snatch that one. Um, what advice do you give to new authors or some older authors who might be a little stagnant or scared to do something different?
Never be afraid to ask for help or step out of your comfort zone. There's a way to go about asking folks to read your books without pestering or making them feel obligated to do so. There is a village and a tribe for everybody. Depending on what you are writing, find them. Because if
Mm-hmm.
you do not speak up, you will never know who you're reaching out to or who is interested in what you're writing.
Yep.
Do not put yourself in one category. If you've something you've been reading and you think you can try it, try it. Do not stick yourself in this bubble of the I might can do it, but never try it because you will never know. Also, it is okay to ask folks outside of your friends because some people will lie to you and won't be honest. You need to find somebody who will be completely honest with you and be like, hey, look, this is good, but it needs a little bit of tuning. It needs a little bit of work. Some folks be like, oh, I love it. There's nothing wrong with it. And it could be so many things wrong in the midst of 3, 4 chapters, and you won't know because they're not telling you because they feel like they don't
Right.
want to hurt your feelings. I am one of those. You see a mistake, let me know, please. Come to. I am one. If you see something, let me know. I want to be able to go and fix it. I'm not a perfectionist, but when it comes to my books, if I miss something and you see something that I missed, let me know because. But there's also a way about doing it too. You do not have to be rude.
That
You
part.
do not have to be snobby. You don't none of that. There is a way to let them know, hey, I am enjoying this, but did you mean for it to sound like this, or was this purposely done this way? And they be like, oh, I didn't even know it was like that. Thank you for coming to me so I can go and fix it. Because I don't know how many different times I didn't. Even as I'll go back through, because I'll add my own stuff to my Kindle and go and read it. And like, oh, hold on. And I'll pull my computer up and go to exactly where it's at and go and fix it. Because it's only so much you can see. And it is
Wow.
nothing wrong. It is nothing wrong with going back and fixing your stuff. Just again, you have to be okay with the criticism that you get with it as well. You are not gonna always be somebody's favorite. That is okay. Somebody out there gonna ride hard for you from sun up to sundown. They're gonna be like, look, I don't know what you see, but I know what I see. So
Yep.
you got to be able to put yourself out there because you won't strive, you won't thrive. None of that. You will not make it where you want to make it if you just sit behind and not do nothing.
Facts. We done dropped a whole bunch of gems, y'all. I hope y'all picked it up and put it in your pocket because I did. All right, you ready to pop your shit? Are you gonna?
Like I said,
Okay, so you said you have two books coming out, 3 books, two. How many books you
so
got coming
I
out?
technically there are four. There are four coming out. You have Sainted in Smoke and Honey, which is an urban romance. That will be out next month on the 17th. Hollow Point Promises will be out August 21st. And then book two for that will be out September 11th. And then Curse of the Moon will come out October 31st.
Okay.
So I
You
have
got four
a nice
books
little.
coming. Are you going to be at any book events?
I will not this year. I'm gonna do my best for next year. I am going to do my best for next year. Look, I got a lot of kids. Okay, a lot
I get
of
it.
sports, not sports. So I gotta learn. I'm a do. I did. My goal is definitely to try for next year because there are a few I want to go to. I've definitely have put it down in my notes. I do. Even if I just go as a reader, I'm a show up. Y'all gonna see me.
And make sure that you have on some merch advertising that you are Arthur Son.
Absolutely.
All right. Where can people find you?
I'm here. I'm on Instagram, Threads, and semi Facebook. I just really got into doing Threads. It'd be a little too much chaos going over there for me. So I sit over here, and even over here is chaos. But all my handles are the same. Sunshine's Urban Novels. Um, so
Somebody
I'm
giving you
most
some.
active on here, though. I would say.
Chevelle's giving you some flowers. All right. Well, I'm gonna pop my shit real quick, real quick, real quick, real quick. Okay. Okay. This is the ending of Pop Your Shit season one. My last interview will be on Monday. So tomorrow I have the narrator D Lewis. I don't even know what to expect because D Lewis is a hoot and it's getting ready to be a time. Child. I don't even know, but I'm here for the ride. I'm here for the ride. Um, and then I have author C.M. Campbell, which is AKA Cassie. I have her on Monday. So those will be my last two interviews for season one. Season two will be will start on September 21st, which is a Sunday. And those, um, I will be opening up to schedule authors in August. I don't know when in August, but it will be August. So I will be on my summer break. I will be next week enjoying just being. And then after that, then I have some things, some goals I gotta hit. So it'll be, you'll probably see me still on social media, still doing the everyday craziness um, of sprinting, getting on Shannon nerves, getting on Storm nerves. Who cares if I get on the nerves? I'm gonna get on them. And trying to create space, a safe space for authors and readers alike. That is my goal: to create safe space, and a welcoming space. That is my goal. So let's talk about where you can find me. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, Substack, Blue Sky, and YouTube. Please like and subscribe. You'll probably start seeing more activity on Substack soon. I think I got a little formula for over there, so I'm excited to share things over there for this Black literary space. Um, as far as YouTube, this interview in its entirety will be over on YouTube hopefully by the end of this weekend. I have six six more to put up. I think six more interviews to put up. So hopefully I can get uh, three done today and three done tomorrow, hopefully. But I got some appointments and some things I got to do. So hopefully I can fit it in. But I'm hoping to have it up, everything up by Tuesday. Everybody's for season one. Um, what else? Okay, so you guys know I have a PR company. My website is bookedandbusy.square.site. It will be changing shortly to just bookedandbusy.com. I do have my domain name. It just hasn't been attached yet. Um, events. So I do PR consulting. I do marketing consulting. Also, I help with art teams, street teams, and if you need a beta reader, I can help with that too. Events. That Nicole. Not Shaqualandra, but Nicole. Shaqualandra might be there, but Nicole for sure is going to be there. I will be at Boozy Book Tour Chicago, October 17th through the 19th. I will be podcasting live. So, authors, be ready. Readers, if you see me, if you want to say hey, come say hey. Boozy Book Tour Las Vegas, February 27th through March 1st. Again, if you see Shaqualandra, mind your business. Just saying. In Chicago or Vegas. I also will be I'll be hosting the Cali Author Converse and Denim Book Takeover. It's going down. It's going down in Los Angeles, California. Just know, Chocolatro might be afterwards, but during the event, Nicole will be available. Hosting. So y'all pray for me because this is my first hosting event. Hopefully I'll do you guys proud. And then I have my own event that I'm giving. It's more so like a fun trip. This is the Napa Book and Wine Tour. So we have 3 days. Labor Day weekend, September 4th through the 6th. Friday, it'll be a tour of the cities, San Francisco, Oakland, and the surrounding areas, Sausalito, I think Half Moon Bay. We will be stopping at the Historical Marcus Bookstore. I think that is the oldest Black-owned bookstore in the country. So we need to go and support. Friday night, this is a tentative schedule. It's a tennis shoe ball. I'm working on a couple of guest speakers to come and say, hey, I'm working on something. Saturday, I will be downtown. We'll be in the countryside of Napa. We'll be going hit some wineries, do some tastings and some tours. And we'll on this bus we might play a few games and talk a little shit. It's going to be a time. It's going to be a time. Saturday night is the Jersey and Jordan game night. I will have prizes. The games will be fun, and we're gonna have a good time. Okay. On Sunday, we will have brunch. Hopefully in downtown Napa. I'm solidifying these details as we speak. We will be going to Brown Estates, which is the only Black winery in Napa. There's a Black-owned wine store that we must go to. So I'm super duper excited about that. And there's a lot of tasting rooms like Jam Cellars and some other. I think the Housley tasting room. So there's a lot of different little tasting rooms downtown Napa that's walkable. So the bus will drop us off and we will skedaddle around. And then that's after Sunday night, the night is yours. So if you guys want to come hang out with me, I might be bar hopping. I don't know. We'll see. And then Monday, y'all can go home if that's what y'all choose to do. If not, that's your business. All right, so we have those events that I will be frequenting. I have a few events that I'm teetering on going to, so I'm super excited about that. I know for sure I'll be going to the Denver event. I just don't have the date, but I am going to that. So that's 2025, 2026. But businesses I support. A. Lewis, he has a Geneva. Y'all need to go sign up. The link is in her bio. She be coming with some foolishness in the mayhem. And these book boxes is to die for. Let me tell you something with A.A. Lewis. Y'all go make sure y'all follow that lady in her Geneva, because when I tell you, she got some stuff going on. Don't miss out. I'm just waiting to press the button so I can get that damn book box. But that thing she got coming. I don't need not another toy, but I'm gonna get that one. I'm just saying. Uh, if you Sharice C. Carr, I also run her art team and street team. Yeah, she got a Geneva. It's the link is in my bio. Y'all better come see. Y'all better come see what she. Cause let me tell you something about Sharice. Sharice gonna put you on the damn plot twist. Be wear me the fuck out, but they be so good. Be so good. You never see it coming. Never see it coming. I'm still upset with Strawberry. Just know that. So if you don't know who Strawberry is, go read her catalog. I promise you, a time will be had. Black Girl Tired book talk. Y'all, if y'all don't go, y'all don't support my girl Storm. Make sure that you are following all her platforms: Substack, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Threads. She is on all those platforms. Make sure that you're following her. She always has a wealth of information that she gives to us. She creates a safe space for us to exist and not be ridiculed. And if you are being ridiculed, trust me, she gonna handle it. And she has good ass author interviews. So make sure y'all follow her. The literary DFW. If y'all don't go support Shannon, she outside right now. She in Dallas somewhere, at a book fair, with her store, the literary DFW. If y'all want your books on her online bookstore, the care in which she sends you the book, it ain't just the book that she just don't be putting the book in the bag and she send it to you. It is wrapped. She always be throwing little treats and stuff in there, little bookmarks and stickers and all kind of shit be up in the bookmarks. A pen, it'd be something that you don't get from design. Okay, so make sure you support Shannon. She does also author merch, book boxes, cover designs, candles, stickers, bookmarks, websites. She do everything. Hook up with Shannon. Okay? Her link is in my bio. Storm's link is in my bio for her link tree or beacon or whatever it is. So is Shannon. The Urban Tea Room, Natalie. If you want your characters made into teas or you just like her tea, go check out Natalie. Like for real. The teas are good stuff. And she got some stuff coming up. She's doing I forgot what it's called. I'm sorry, Natalie. Because I don't put myself on the spot. I'll write it down. She got something going on in Savannah. Follow her, okay? Just make sure you follow her because it's with Jaquel, Cole. I think it's some other authors that's coming. Brianna Michelle, I believe, and there's a couple of other authors that's going to be there.
Talking about, can't think.
Family First. That's what it's called. Family First. Always in Augusta, Georgia. And guess who's hosting? Coco, Tosh, Pitbulls and Spicy Books, and Chevelle. They are hosting this event. Let me tell you something. Listen, that's all I'm trying to tell you. The urban, so that's Natalie. E-Sweets. If you're looking for cupcakes, I don't know if she mail cupcakes, but hopefully she'll have them at the Boozy Book Tour in Chicago. That's all I'm saying. E-Sweets. Them damn cake jars, them damn cookies. Just bring my snickerdoodle with the toffee. That's all I want. Just bring them to me. Just bring them all because I'm going to eat them all. Her cookies are so good. They're fresh. They're packaged well. They're soft, they're buttery, and they're super, super good. So make sure you are following Erica at eSweets. Her link is in my bio too. If you're looking for to get your book sprayed, Bibliophile Boutique by Jess. Jess is so creative. She does so many things. She has skills in the background because this is not the time of day that I'm normally on live. Um, Jess, she does them book covers. She can do them edges beautifully. So make sure that you follow Jess. She also has street teams, so she manages art teams as well as um, street teams. Um, if you're looking to get your books edited and you're trying to get on this lady calendar, because when I tell you it's full, but she'll squeeze you in there some way somehow. Marked by Tylee. If y'all read Q3, you read AA, some of AA's books. Oh, she done had her hand in that. She done had her hand in that. Let me tell you something about Tylee. She ain't playing with y'all. She gonna get you right. She gonna get you right. So make sure y'all stop by Marked by Tylee. You can either go Tylee Justine, that page, or Marked by Tylee. She has two pages. So make sure you're following her on both pages. And if you're looking for a book club, a really good book club who is discussing the books and not the drama, the books we love to discuss, those are my friends. Let me tell you something. The books we love to discuss, girls, they have their Geneva, and the link is in my bio. I will be back with my friends hopefully next week and discussing books on Saturdays. They do live readings on Mondays and Tuesdays where we read the book. And sometimes the authors come on, sometimes they don't. And we discuss it right then, right there. So if I read a part, you can see it on my face. Hey, no. I look, every bit of, wait a minute. I'm one of them. So I calls it right out, right then, right there. And we have conversations right then and right there about whatever part we're reading. Okay? So y'all make sure if you're looking for the only prerequisites are you must love books by Black authors. I'm sorry, that's their preference. It's my preference. And no drama. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's the prerequisite. If you come in with the drama, you will be dropped from the group. So their link is in my Geneva as well. And that's it for me today. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate you. I can't wait to start book 2 of his because I'm invested. Because I need to know what's going on with the peoples. I need to know. I need to know what Sin is up to. Because now you didn't put a battery in my back, so I'm trying to hurry up and get there. So thank you so much. Keep doing what you're doing. Well,
thank you.
Baby, you got a gift. You got a gift. Know that. You got a gift. Keep cultivating it. Keep nurturing it. Because when I tell you, I was like, Shannon was like, read the book, girl. Read the book. Bitch, read the book. Okay, I'm reading the book. Baby, yeah, she did not scare me wrong. She did not scare me wrong. And Stormy said she's so proud of you, as am I. But if you feel like you need to crash out and you need to call somebody who is not in the business, you always can call me. It stays between me and you. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Happy reading, y'all.